I'm so glad to see Psychner digging these amazing photos out of his archives. Seeing Blues Traveler in the early days was like experiencing a force of nature. There was a sheer physicality to their performances that just blew people away. The band members were big guys who played loud and for hours straight without breaks, while somehow always maintaining an extraordinary level of improvisational musicianship, like a hybrid hippie heavy metal band. Their shows were sweaty mosh pit workouts, never failing to leave the audience exhausted and ecstatic. As always, Psychner's photos capture the moment perfectly. These were taken in April 1990 at the 712 Club in Harlem, about as far from the band's downtown stomping grounds as you could get on Manhattan Island. You can just feel the band members throwing themselves around and leaving it all on the field. Ball control rock and roll at its finest.
I chose this set of photos because it captures the raw energy of Blues Traveler. I'm so close to the band with my wide-angle lens that I'm practically on stage with them. These are in the 712 Club in Harlem, New York. The first picture I'm looking at is Chan Kinchla in full rockstar mode, his fingers entwined into the strings. The next picture is John Popper with his larger-than-life stage presence, blowing his heart out into the harmonica, and his ammo vest full of harmonicas. You can tell how he's really putting his soul into that. The next picture is all four band members, and you could see how they're working as a unit. They're all turned to each other. They're fully jamming, like really vibing on the music. And to the right, God rest him in peace, is Bobby Sheehan, who, in my opinion, is one of the greatest bass players that ever walked the earth. And then we get to the next picture, and I love this picture because you can see on Brendan Hill's face behind the drums how much fun he's having. These guys were loving being there, playing with each other, jamming. And then we move again to John Popper. Now he's on his knees, just looking up in the air, like giving it all. And he continues in the sequence, blowing his heart out into the harmonica. And then he bends over. And then finally we get to him flat on his back, like really leaving it all on the stage.
712, that gig was right after we released our first record. And the funny thing was we were like kings in New York for a day. But at that point, then all of a sudden it was time to get in vans and circle the country playing tiny little bars all over the country. That scene was a magical kind of couple years. And that 712 gig, though at the time we wouldn't think twice about it, was towards the end of that whole era. So I guess it's kind of cool to capture one of the last moments when that scene was really just all we were about. And you know, to this day, I think about those times almost every day because it was such a magical time. You know, that was our misspent youth.